Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back to Pisces Network, you guys. We're going to get into another reading. Let me lift this mic up. Because, y'all, sometimes I still don't be knowing. Sometimes I still don't be knowing. How are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope that everything is going according to plan. And if not, that it's still going according to plan. All right, Pisces, thank you to all my members and subscribers. You guys be sure to let me know if the reading is resonating in the comments. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe, Pisces. Don't bring anything into your life that does not belong, you guys, okay? Only take the messages that are for you and understand that you're going to be the best judge of whether or not a message is for you or not. All right? Don't let anybody tell you who you are. At the end of the day, you know the way. Period. Let's get into it, Pisces. If y'all want to book a reading, the link is going to be in the description box below, you guys. If you would like any information, click the LINKTREE. You'll be able to see it, check it out. Subscribe to my channels, my other channels, watch videos. They may have messages for you. Most of all, keep your head up, like Tupac said. Okay? Let's see, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God. Still waters run deep, didn't want to go back into the deck. What is the message for Pisces? We're just going to freestyle it. What is the message for Pisces that they need to know at this time? So the Still Waters Run Deep card didn't want to go back in the deck. Now we have this creation and the lovers. So you could be creating something that you really love. You may have created something that you really love already and you're nurturing it, or you're pouring into someone or something that you really love or care about. This could be platonic, romantic, or professional. This could be talking about your career, your business, your life, yourself, your children, your family, your spouse, whoever, whatever. You're pouring your energy into the things that you love. And I feel like that's showing through. Guidance. You're being guided to create from this space of like love, femininity, to really tap into your feminine energy, to create from a space of like, I don't want to say passive energy, but it is kind of like the receptive yin energy of the feminine. That's more so nurturing and compassionate and loving. Okay. Relax. Wow. So card number 15, card number 13, card number 31, which is inverted from 13, both the number 4, and then card number 19. 15 is a 6, 19 is a 10, 13 and 31 are both a 4. What's the Still Waters Run Deep? What is that? Let's just see. It's a 3, yeah. So yeah, March could definitely be significant. There could be a lot of things that are going on underneath the surface this month, okay, of March, which is quickly coming to an end, child. I looked up and the month was over. But yeah, there could definitely be things that are kind of still not really clear. Okay, I definitely feel like it's remnants of the energy of that full moon eclipse. And those things are going to start to become clear in the future. It's like everything that has led up to this moment has played a role in this moment, and everything that's going on in this moment is leading up to what's going to happen in the future. It's always that perpetual like cycle. So I feel like you're in a place right now where you're trying to just exist, because the relax card is here. I don't think you're really trying to do anything in particular. I just feel like you guys want to do what you want to do. You are existing. You're just being yourself. You're being a Pisces. You're being who you are. And the fish, the school of fish that's on the guidance card right here is also on the creation card. So you could have come in contact with other fellow Pisces or maybe other water signs in the recent past. Okay. Or this is just your spirit team around you helping to guide you towards what you're supposed to create, what you're supposed to pour into, and how you're supposed to pour into it. Some of you guys have met somebody recently who you really care for in a romantic sense. You guys could definitely feel like you're in love or be in love with someone. Some of you are having children or creating life. Some of you are meeting people who are on the same wavelength as you. And it doesn't have to be romantic. You guys are just on the same wavelength. You see life in the same way. Not necessarily that you're identical, but you have similar viewpoints. I feel like this is what your spirit team has been guiding you towards, trying to push you towards, so that there can be more peace in your life. Some of you learned recently how to forgive a person or to forgive a situation. Like to finally, like, maybe even forgive yourself for the part that you had to play. Because I think sometimes, you know, as a person, if this is you, as a person who may take more accountability, or possibly a person who could have had traumatic experiences with blame and criticism, you may be hard on yourself a lot more than you're hard on others, or you could be hard on yourself and therefore hard on others. It just depends on the situation and how things transpire in the energy. So there's definitely a feeling of you understanding more about yourself as time has progressed, but there's still pieces to a puzzle that maybe you don't have all the details about. I just feel like this is talking about your subconscious, like things that you think about when no one is around. Oh, wow. Rising star just popped out, Pisces. It says you're ready to receive the blessings of the universe. So multiple. Your ambitions and talents are being noticed by those in power. So people are paying attention to what you have to say. People are Tang? I just saw Tang, like the actual drink Tang. They still make that, y'all. I bought my kids some Tang just so they could see what it tastes like. But no, I feel like people are paying attention. Someone important is paying attention to you and what you're creating, what you're doing, the way that you're handling yourself. At the bottom, we have the protector. Angels are providing protection while spiritual changes are occurring around you and guiding you on your true path, to your true path. And then the gossiper, someone is talking behind your back and creating drama. Don't reveal too much as it may get into the wrong hands. Child. Now, all that positive, beautiful energy, you over here just blooming and blossoming and vibing and, you know, doing everything that you need to do. And here goes somebody just running their mouth, being extra. I just heard clickish. Like, you know, the shows that were on, I think Tyler Perry created it, but Blackish, Grownish. You should have called one of them Manish. I don't know. I'm just joking. But no, I'm hearing clickish. So it could be a group of girls, a group of women clicked up, doing the most. Somebody talking about you. I mean, that's going to happen regardless. I feel like there's definitely talk about you, though, going on. And it's not all bad. Some of the talk and conversation that could be going on about you is about somebody noticing the power that you have and your star quality, like your ability to shine in situations. You're protected, though, especially if there's some type of click behavior going on. The destroyer foundations are no longer solid. Replace and reinforce what is crumbling before it's too late to restore. Yeah, so there's a period of transition that you're in right now. Could be a tower moment that has just recently happened in your life. Could be some type of shock or, you know, astonishing thing that's happened that's showing you the parts of your life or the places in your life where you need to reinforce your foundation. I feel like you're reinforcing or rebuilding something that was built on a more masculine foundation, like a more hard, rigid, strict, authoritative, you know, stern foundation. I don't want to say demanding. Some of y'all went through a divorce because I almost said divorce, but I don't want to say it's demanding or forceful or controlling, but it kind of feels like it's bordering on that energy. Like, I'm not sure if you can place it in your life, but like, for example, I don't know, if you had friendships that were really strict or demanding or forceful and it felt cliquish, you may be building a bond with new people who are more free flowing and more understanding and more loving. And you are also incorporating those attributes in the way that you build the bond with them, because that's how they're approaching you. It's like, yes, you are a mirror to other people, but you also are an individual. So I feel like while you may adapt to your surroundings very well, because recently, you guys, you remember we saw that chameleon card, you may adapt to your surroundings and your environment and the people around you very well, but you still are your own individual, unique person. So whether you're able to adapt or not, it doesn't mean that you're comfortable in that adaptation. So it kind of feels like that's the part of your life that was crumbling, or that's the part of your reality that needed to change and be rebuilt or to be restructured so that it could be more in alignment with what actually resonates with you. And that's what you could be seeing, like in your friendships, in your dynamics. Strength card was at the bottom. In your relationships, in your environment, things like that. Okay. So what is the situation going on right now with Pisces? I feel very inspired energy. I feel like you guys are inspired to continue to push through, pull through, move forward, evolve, expand. Like, you're not, whatever was happening with that tower possibly, or whatever you had to switch up or change up, because I just heard switch up the tempo. I feel like you did it so gracefully. That's a word, graceful, graceful. Graceful. You could be saying stuff like that in your head when you're dealing with people who are disruptive or difficult or energies that are challenging. You could say words in your head, possibly like, like be calm, relax, don't react, be graceful, be classy, be direct, have courage, have faith, whatever it is that I feel like you may even be doing it subconsciously. And I challenge you to pay attention to that, because that may give you more strength and confirmation of your higher self and the communication and relationship dynamic that you have with your inner being. Because I feel like that's what's going on, and some of y'all may not realize it or know it. I actually was going to do, let's see. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do the current moment. We're going to do the recent past. And we're going to do the near future. But we're also going to get your energy and the energy of whoever's around you, okay? Y'all don't forget to like the video, guys. It helps so much. Thank you guys so much for everybody who supports in such a positive, wonderful way, a loud way. I really appreciate you guys, okay? For Pisces spirit. Ooh. Child. I know there's a card in here that's ripped, but I always forget what card it is. So the current moment. Oh, look at that. The Knight of Cups, the recent past, Three of Cups, the near future, the High Priestess, Pisces energy, Ten of Swords, the energy around Pisces, the Empress, what's hidden, the Death card. Interesting. So Pisces. I feel like in the current moment, this is the inspired energy that I was feeling with the nine. I said the Nine of Cups twice. The Knight of Cups. With this Knight of Cups, it's like you're envisioning the future. You're imagining the future. You may have an image of what you want your life to look like, and you're very excited about it. I feel like you're excitable right now, or you're excited about what you see in the future. Even though your energy is the Ten of Swords, I did say divorce earlier, and it says divorce on this card. So there definitely could be a divorce that's finally being finalized. Some of you guys are walking away from the details of a divorce that happened years ago, meaning like maybe you're finally getting some type of conclusion, closure, resolution to things that still weren't resolved in a legal situation with divorce. Some of you guys are finally walking away from the pain that was caused by everything that happened throughout the course of a separation or divorce, and you're finally letting it go. There could have been a divorce party. Maybe you guys threw yourself a divorce party. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this definitely could involve some type of professionalism. This could involve you telling your story about what happened in the past. I feel like you guys are feeling hurt about something, though, or you're feeling some type of pain about something. The energy around you could be that of your mother or a motherly figure. This could be an aunt. This could be a grandmother. This could be your mother. This could be an older woman who is coming off kind of like as a mentor, or somebody who supports. Okay, and what's hidden is the death card. So you don't know that something is about to change drastically. Like, there's about to be a major change and transformation. And interestingly enough, which is crazy, because my son was just on one of the videos recently. So I was driving with my son, and I had to go up to, I don't know why I did that ghetto ass pop just then, but I do it subconsciously. So I had to pick up my son early from school on Friday because I had to go to my other son's school to handle some things. Okay, so we were in the car, and all week has been really busy for me. So I understand sometimes people don't like to watch long readings, but I've been trying to give y'all a little bit longer readings this week when I did get a chance to sit down, because literally it's just so much going on, y'all. My youngest son's birthday is on Monday, so you're probably going to be seeing this video either on that day or around that time. So I had to go to plan his I had to get his cupcakes. I had to order stuff because he loves Garfield, so I had to get his stuff ordered and figure out where I was going to find Garfield stuff. I still got stuff that I need to do because it's Saturday when I'm filming this, but I just had to get all of that underway because sometimes, like, I get lost in everything that's going on, everything that I have to do, and I miss important details. But I catch myself and I make up for it. And those are some of the things that I'm working on personally, because y'all know I love you guys. I be wanting to share with y'all the things that I'm dealing with and how I try to handle it, because it may help you. So I try to set alarms, put notes in my calendar, set reminders, things like that. And I'm more of like a tactile person. So if it's electronic, because of the fact that electronics are so overbearing, sometimes I avoid it. So I tend to like write notes around the house or write things down, whatever. So I'm going and doing all of this stuff all week long, right? And as I'm getting ready for my son's birthday, like I'm going around to the stores and picking stuff up, I was on the way to a store and I saw a butterfly that was like yellow and it had like black on the edge of its wings. And I don't know if I shared this picture with you guys, but a few months ago, there was this blue butterfly that looked kind of like disabled. Like its wing looked kind of busted, and it was just crawling around like its wing was broke. And it was a very pretty, like blue, like a coral color with black on its wings. So I haven't seen a butterfly very much since then. But I saw this yellow butterfly with these black edges around its wings flying as I'm going towards my location. As I'm coming back from my location, because I ended up having to double back. My shoe broke when I was at the store. The curb just lifted up and decided it wanted to say hello. Okay. So my shoe broke as I was stepping off the curb. And I was like, okay, I got to go home before I go to this other store. As I'm on the way back, I see the same. I don't know if it was the same butterfly, bitch, but it looked the same. I seen the butterfly again. So on Friday, this past week, yesterday, I was in the car with my youngest son, and he loves looking out the window. He loves rolling down his window and looking out the window. He was like enamored, and all of a sudden, mommy, I said, what? What is it? He was like, I just saw a butterfly. And he said it was a yellow butterfly with brown spots on it or something like that. And it was just so similar. It was crazy. So he asked me, he was like, yeah, we were talking about butterflies and you know how they turn from a caterpillar to a butterfly and how they go into the cocoon. And then he was like, mommy, I said, what? He was like, how long is a butterfly in the cocoon? And I was like, I don't know. That's a good question. I said, remind me to look it up later. We'll figure it out. So we forgot to look it up yesterday because it was a lot going on. But then today, this morning, I remembered and I was like, oh, we forgot to look up how long the butterfly is in the cocoon, because he was rolling around on my bed. Child. I had to give him time limits in my room because he will burrow himself in my room. So he was like, yeah, we did forget. So we sat down and we looked it up and we found out that it depends on the species of butterfly. It also depends on the environment the environmental conditions of the butterfly that determines how long it will remain in its cocoon. Okay, do y'all see what I'm getting at? Y'all see what I'm getting? Okay, so it can be anywhere from, I think, a few weeks, they said, to several months that a butterfly remains in the cocoon. But all of those factors play a role. So what I feel like is hidden, long story short, long story long, what I feel like is hidden from you guys right now is the change that you're going to see once you emerge from your cocoon. And some of you, I've had to give that tough love to in the past few readings, because some of you are wanting to stay in your cocoon when you've already outgrown it and it's time to step out and like spread your wings. But some of you may be feeling, I don't want to say you're feeling negative, but like with the Ten of Swords, there definitely could be the desire to move something forward more quickly or to have something happen more quickly, when in reality, your environmental conditions and your species, not your race or ethnicity, but your spiritual soul species is the best way I can describe it, is a determining factor as to why and how long you have remained in this cocooniary state. Okay. And that's something that I feel like is still hidden from you, but also something that you guys are beginning to realize. I hope that makes sense. So whatever transformation is taking place, you don't know how it's going to turn out, where you're going to end up, but you know that I feel like with this high priestess, I feel that you can definitely sense that that's the energy of what's going on. Okay, let me take a screenshot, because y'all don't know secret production. I usually forget, and then I turn on the camera again and take a screenshot after I'm done filming, but it's just easier sometimes to do it while I'm filming, because then I won't forget and I can, whatever. You guys are doing good, okay? Let me just say that. With this Knight of Cups energy, you may have someone approaching you in a flirtatious way. There could be someone here flirting with you. There could be someone here who is interested in you. I feel like there was a celebration recently that you guys experienced, or something that was going on that I feel made you happy. Okay, because this is Cups energy. And I switched them. I put them in the wrong spot. So the change, look at that. Look at God. He's making a way. No, I'm just saying, but this is happening. You can sense that this change is going to be happening soon, or this transformation is going to be taking place soon, because I feel like you guys are aware of the effort that you've been putting in to evolving within your cocoons, whatever that may be, because this could be socially, this could be mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. But there's definitely something going on with work. March could have definitely been significant when it comes to progress that you've been making professionally with your work. Okay, or some type of raise or promotion, being recognized for something that you're doing here. I feel like that was a very, I don't know if it was lucrative. I kind of wanted to say lucrative, but I feel like it was a very prosperous or promising time for you in the month of March, like a very hopeful time. Oh, I forgot. How did I forget the whole pile, child? Okay. You could be working on something secretly. You could be doing a lot of work behind the scenes that people don't see. Let's just see, though. Let's see. And look, there's the Tower. What is the Three of Cups? What is the Three of Cups for Pisces, recent past? See? I feel like this is an excessive amount of celebration. You could have been drinking a lot in the recent past, so just, keep an eye on that. I feel like you're getting a lot of attention when it comes to something that you're creating. You're getting a lot of attention from the public, or you're getting a lot of attention from a group. or you're paying a lot of attention to people around you. Capricorn could be involved. We have the King of Cups here and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like eyes on the prize, okay? Graceful, graceful, graceful. Be graceful. Okay, classy. I don't think you realize how much attention that you're getting, Pisces. I don't think you realize how many people are watching you, paying attention to you. There could also be a lot of gossip going on behind the scenes, because with the I almost said Five of Wands. With the Six of Wands, having those Five Wands be the crowd, Three of Cups kind of is like, you know, could be online, crowds, comment sections, the public, social gatherings. Like, there could definitely be a lot of people who are glued to your success, or really paying attention to whether or not you'll be able to reach some type of success in a situation, you know, and everybody in the crowd is not necessarily rooting for you, but also everybody in the crowd is not necessarily rooting against you. Okay. What's the Knight of Cups for the current moment? The Ace of Wands. So this could be a new offer for some of you guys. There's definitely some of you who have someone coming in wanting to approach you. I don't know if you met somebody at a bar or something like that, or like it feels like somebody's approaching you with a proposition. Page of Wands, you're investigating the proposition. I feel like you guys are very wise though, because you can kind of discern the message that's being sent. I also feel like if this is not about someone else approaching you with a proposition or, you know, an offer of some kind, I feel like this is you paying very close attention to a lot of the details regarding what works and what doesn't. Like, if you started a new project, a lot of you guys are paying really close attention to the things that work successfully and the things that aren't really like hitting on nothing. Okay. What's the Ace of Wands? Three of Cups. Look at that. You could have been inspired by a group of people or a conversation that you had with a group of people. You could be very inspired by like your surroundings. Like, again, with the cocoon, your environmental conditions are causing a reaction when it comes to your evolutionary process within this cocoon. The Two of Wands and the Six of Cups. Okay, so making a decision possibly, but I feel like this is good choices. Like, you making good choices that are bringing you positive results that allow you to move further and further away from the things that don't serve you, or the things that don't really fulfill you the way that you want to be fulfilled. I think that something is happening to confirm your choice of direction. I definitely feel like there was a circumstance, a place, an environment, a group where you felt like you weren't getting the response that you desired. Yeah, so just for example, the energy I'm getting with that could apply to any of your situations, but it's kind of like, okay, if a person has a business or a traveling business that they have, right? And they literally, maybe it's a food truck, right? Okay, so that's a good example. They're giving me a food truck. If you have a food truck and you sell like tacos, and I'm not trying to be racist, but I'm just keeping it a bean. If you're selling like tacos or soul food, or you could even be selling cuisine, okay, Italian, whatever genre of food that you cater to, but it's like you were going to a neighborhood or an area where people didn't necessarily favor or prefer that particular type of food. And you weren't getting the response out of the crowd. You weren't getting the business response that you wanted. You weren't getting the engagement that you wanted when it comes to people. I know y'all need to stop. When it comes to people approaching the food truck. So you were paying attention. Okay, so if you go over here to 54th Street, you get this type of customer and you get that type of response with them. If you go over here to 91st Street, then you get this type of customer with that type of response. If you go to Midtown, you get this type of customer with that type of response. Downtown, whatever. I feel like that's what you guys were doing. This could be like variables. We talked about science experiments in the past, where we were talking about the different variables, but I feel like you were putting markers down as to what you received when you went where from who, and like being very detailed about like people's reactions, people's responses, the, environmental changes that you witnessed and saw occur. And I feel like that's what's causing you to really narrow down what you want to do or figure out how you want to moving forward. That's the message I'm getting. Okay. So it's like you were paying like a really obsessive amount of attention to a group of people or like a situation involving like a group of people or things that are going on in the public. So now it's really clear with those results coming back from the markers that you put down and the variables that you tested, what you need to do moving forward. What's the Ten of Swords for Pisces energy? Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords. I feel like you're picking up on somebody's energy who may be feeling betrayed by your intelligence, your independence, your confidence, your emotional balance. What actually is the Queen? Not the Queen. I almost said the Queen of Swords. What is actually the Ten of Swords? Like, what is that? The Five of Wands. You could have experienced some type of argument or disagreement recently. Somebody may have tried to challenge you in a way. And you didn't like it, but I also feel like you kept your cool and you're going to observe with the Page of Swords, Queen of Wands. Yeah, and we saw the Strength card at the bottom when I first started. So something that you're doing is taking a lot of courage, tenacity, grit, determination. Like whatever this is that you're doing is taking skills and abilities that not everybody possesses. And I think that somebody was upset with you. Fool card, Five of Pentacles. I feel like you guys broke the door down somewhere. I feel like you guys were fighting to get in to something. Like it feels like there was somebody who, yeah, and then the door is opening. So it feels like somebody was trying to leave you out of something or keep you in the dark about something. And I did do a reading recently where it's like you see clearly what's beneath the surface or something like that, and you won't be fooled. And then here's the Fool card. So I definitely feel like you took a leap of faith, or you trusted in something, or you believed in yourself, or you believed in the support you have from spirit to fight a battle or to learn a lesson from something that was difficult, or to like break down barriers or break down a door that somebody wanted to close you out of. I feel like you're finally leaving the room of guilt or shame or whatever that Ten of Swords energy is. You're leaving it behind. Freeing yourself from this conflict or freeing yourself from the disruptions. you're paying more attention, because I think that there was something that you weren't paying close enough attention to. There's something that you weren't, I don't want to say you were being careless, but you may have been distracted, or there just could have been, with the Five of Wands, there could have been a lot going on. And what I really feel like was going on is that while you may have been being careless, or you may have been distracted or overwhelmed by things happening, I also feel like there was purposefully someone who was standing behind a door that was closed that you were trying to walk through, and they were like keeping it barred. That's the best way that I can explain it. It's like you had to break down a barrier to get into a door that was being barred, that you were supposed to be able to get into, but that somebody was trying to keep you out of. And it's like whoever was trying to keep you out of this door or this room, or from walking through this door, they were taking advantage of your distractedness, or taking advantage of whatever was going on in your life that was overwhelming you. But then when you peeped game and saw what was going on and realized, oh, okay, somebody's barring the door, and you started to break it down, I feel like somebody got an attitude or had a problem with that. There's definitely a social dynamic involved in this. I don't know what that means, but it's involving groups and people and social dynamics. Like I said, cliques, right? What's the near future with the High Priestess? Ooh, Five of Cups reversed, bitch. I know that's right. Okay, Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. You're receiving some type of offer that's going to make you happy, cheer you up, and you can feel it coming intuitively. And it's about your work, Three of Pentacles. What's the Five of Cups reversed? The Sun. I'm telling you, it's literally something coming that's going to free you up or make you very happy. It's going to give you peace. Okay, and the Three of Pentacles is at the bottom again with the High Priestess, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Somebody loud outside, y'all. Yeah, this is recognition. This is someone seeing what you've been doing behind the scenes. Hold on, let me turn this off. Or somebody figuring out that you have a solution to a problem, that you know the secret to how to fix something or resolve something. Some of you guys may be like coders or people who work with like systems, and you have to like figure out what's going on in the system or unlock people's access and things like that. And it may not have been that somebody was trying to keep you out, but there could have been like an issue that you had to resolve to give someone access. It's something like that. And it's like maybe you're the only one at work who knows how to break this like broken code or something. I don't know. What's the Empress for the energy around Pisces? Ooh. I don't know, you lying after I said this positivity about this woman. Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. See, I don't like that Five of Swords and that Eight of Pentacles. I feel like the way I described this Empress card in the beginning is how this person comes off to people, or is how they present to people. But that's not who they really are. Five of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. You don't trust whoever this is. Or this person could be warning you about someone that I'm describing negatively, right? Like if you have a good feminine energy who's older than you or wiser than you or been around the block, she may be advising you on peeping game on something else that's going on with a person who's trying to bar you access from something. I feel like this Empress's goal is either to protect you from someone who's trying to gain access, be nefarious, spy, or be petty. or this person is actually the one doing it. We have the Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Five of Swords, and we've continuously seen the Five of Pentacles. Empress is Taurus energy. It could be Libra, possibly, but I feel like it's Taurus or Virgo, to be honest with you. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles right there, but then you have the Five of Swords. I kind of feel like it's something about Taurus season. All those fives is May. Taurus season is at the end of May. No, sorry, that's Gemini. Taurus season is at the beginning of May. So it could be something about May, either Taurus or Gemini, a person, energy, or time frame. What's hidden? What's this death card? Oh, the Four of Swords. It was almost reversed. The Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's something that's going to change in the future that you don't see yet. I don't know if it's a policy. I don't know if it's circumstances, but like the Four of Swords was almost in reverse. So what I feel is that you could be, especially because we saw the Strength card in the beginning, you guys could be holding back until the right moment to pounce or to strike or to do whatever you need to do. I definitely feel like there's some type of animosity or hostility here because of the Five of Swords, Five of Wands. But in the end, with this High Priestess here being your energy, you could have Leo in your chart. For some of you guys, you may have Capricorn in your chart. But with this High Priestess in the near future, it feels like there's a solution, or there's going to be some type of solution to a problem that you knew was going on behind the scenes. It's like you're going to be releasing some type of information, or like I said, either you're the code breaker, you're the cracker, not the cracker. Jeez, that sound, pause. Like the code breaker, the code cracker, whatever. Either you're the person who's giving this access and finding a solution, or a solution is being found that benefits you in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. Because I feel like there's someone here holding back information to keep you stuck in a position, or to keep someone around you stuck. There could also be someone who's trying to discount or discredit your abilities as a woman or as a mother with this Empress and the Five of Swords. What's the Four of Swords with this Death card? What the? Y'all. It's the Death card. I hope somebody's not actually like dying, but there could definitely, I don't think, if somebody passed away, it's like you don't know about it. But I don't necessarily get that. Six of Cups. So I don't get that somebody passed away and you don't know about it. Maybe for some of you that might be it, but not really. With the Six of Cups at the bottom and the Knight of Cups at the back, which has to do with like kind of what's going on right now. That's Seven Cups. There's some type of mystique, mystery, smoke and mirrors, clouds, confusion, illusions going on about the past, or a death that happened in the past. Okay. Somebody may have buried something with them, or somebody died without giving this information. I don't know what this is, y'all. Wow, the Magician. I also get that somebody made an offering to a spiritual practitioner, and there was a time frame on that. Now it's about to expire. I also just feel like this is about someone seeing you evolve or change. I don't know if this is a spiritual person. I feel like it's an actual person. It's like either you're seeing how you've evolved and changed over time and transformed and finally gotten over someone's death in the past or gotten over someone's passing, or how you've evolved and transformed and put some type of conflict to rest, even though someone else has not. I feel like this is about manifesting from a confident place and knowing when to fight and when not to, knowing what battles need to be fought and which ones don't. I feel like it's maturity. But for some of y'all, it's a weird scenario where someone died and they buried what they know with them. Or I don't know if that's literal or figurative. And some of you, someone may have hidden a death. The Five of Cups is reversed though, so it kind of more so feels like you know about whoever passed away and it's affected you for a long time, and now like or it's a major change. Like, I don't know, when you were a child, you may have had to, like, maybe your parents got divorced and you had to relocate, and you weren't exactly sure like what was causing you to be disrupted or disgruntled. It seems like there was a major change that a lot of you guys experienced in childhood, which kind of trapped your inner child in this holding cell with the Eight of Swords that we just saw with the Four of Pentacles. And I feel like there's something that you're doing, or there's some way that you're realizing a change has taken place, or you've done the work, period, to make that change a reality. And now there's a solution coming that's going to make you happy, or there's something really positive here that's going to make you happy in the near future. Let's do some of these real quick before we go. That's crazy. All right, so Capricorn energy, Leo energy, Scorpio energy strongly, Taurus, Virgo, possibly Libra, Pisces. That's what's out here. All right, any other messages? It's all boiling down to like you feeling inspired about something, you feeling motivated. I feel like you're motivated to reach a goal, and there's definitely people who are observing you. So just keep doing what you're doing, because I feel like the progress that you're making and the way that you are expressing yourself, the way that you are expressing yourself literally and means more ways than one. The way that you're expressing your creativity, the way that you're expressing what's inside of you out by whatever you're creating is getting a lot of attention. I feel like you guys are getting a lot of attention. We saw the Three of Pentacles twice. The Three of Cups is out here twice. The Death card is out here twice. We saw the High Priestess twice, and whatever else. So keep doing what you're doing. Like any type of arguments, disagreements, I feel like you've been having a lot of victories lately, Pisces. So it's also important to be grateful, because I feel like you, with this Ten of Swords, I don't think you're in the Ten of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of Five of Swords energy, Five of Wands energy, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. It's a lot of projections being thrown at you from people in different ways, whether it's mentally or physically or emotionally or spiritually. And I feel like you're shutting a lot of that Five of Wands energy down really quickly, because the Queen of Cups is there with the Nine of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands that came out with it. You know? Anything else that Pisces needs to know? Time to change. Ooh. What's hidden though is the change that you've been praying for, the change that you've been asking for. It's literally here. Wow, 1 year. It's too soon. Pisces, cut the crap. All right. So for the past year, you've been praying that something changes. And now it's time to change. And this is your job now, is to allow it to happen. You can't be like, no, wait, hold on. No. The hangman, you've been hanging in one spot for so long. You got to allow this change to take place. You cannot fight it. Okay, you've been praying for it. Time to act. Ooh. Time to change, time to act. Set a goal, which I feel like y'all have done. And quit capping. Now, y'all know I made these cards, because don't that sound like me? Not necessarily quit capping, but like, doesn't the tone of the message sound like what I would tell you? Don't it sound like what I've been telling you? You know I made these cards. Now, listen. I ain't even logged onto the website that I made these cards on in so long. And I have a few extra decks that I ordered, but they're not exactly the same as the deck that I've been using. And I really can't afford to ship them out. But if you guys really do like these cards, just hang in there. At some point when the time is right, because I don't be rushing spirit. And if it don't come together, I'm not finna force it. But if you really want these cards, at some point, they will be available, okay? One more card for what Pisces needs to know when it comes to this message. Before you know it. Ooh. Yes. So it's definitely time to make a change, set a goal, time to act. Okay? About something that you've been asking for, because before you know it, the change is going to be upon you. And I feel like you see it coming. It's karmic, and stay focused. Right. So whatever this energy is that's trying to disrupt this positivity, just know that that's that karmic energy trying to come in and affect your destiny in some way, and your spirit team doesn't want you to be distracted by it. They're trying to let you know that this cliquish energy, this group mentality, this bully, mean girl, mean boy type of attitude that's going on with somebody is karmic, and they're protecting you from it. So don't let it distract you, because I feel like somebody's really trying to make it hard. Like, it's kind of, when I say gain access, like somebody's really trying to make it hard for you to do what it is that you need to do, because they know that they have the power to do it. It's like the only reason why they have that power is because somebody else gave it to them. But they see you have the power because you claimed it, and they're jealous. Someone is jealous. That's what it is. That's what it boils down to. Like, if a person my ear dirty. I need to clean my ear. If a person denies you access or entry to a building or a club or, a group, a book club, it doesn't matter what it is. Just because they have the ability to stand at the door, that don't mean shit. Cause bitch, you standing out here with me, dumb hoe. You get what I'm saying? Like, they trying to make you feel some type of way because they choose whether or not to let you in. But if you really think about it, the bouncer is standing outside with you. So you get what I'm saying? That's the only reason why this okay. Peep game. That's the only reason why it's going down like that. Because they mad that you actually supposed to get in. Because what it is you supposed to get in. That's what this is. Whatever somebody's trying to block you out of or keep you from seeing, you're supposed to get in. This could even be if your mother passed away or your father passed away or somebody passed away. This energy around you, like I said, because some of you is not a bad person. The Empress is not negative for you. The Empress is peeping game and giving you game on what's happening with other people and what they're doing around you, especially if you experienced a death and somebody passed away and there's something that a person or a group or an entity is purposefully blocking you from getting or receiving because of what you deserve from whatever you were supposed to be given. that person who passed away is fighting on your behalf. I'm telling you. So you need to do what you got to do and let them do what they got to do and focus on what you need to be doing. Okay. What's the advice for Pisces in this reading? When you continue to reminisce, replay, or hold on to what could have been, you continue to hold yourself in a place of resistance. We talked about the cocoon. Let what was inspire a new way of living, but don't allow it to limit and determine what can be. Yeah. So your spirit team is like, yeah, use the past to inspire you, but don't let it define you. Because that will keep you in the past. 6 of Cups. It's like you're going to have, because of the way things are changing, you're going to have to look at life differently, Pisces. You're not going to be able to look back and see, based on where you are right now, how much has changed. You're not going to be able to think like that anymore. You have to, like, look at it like if you go back to your old neighborhood and you see, oh my God, this changed so much. It used to be like this. It used to be like this. If you're always saying it used to be blank, 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 then that's the problem, okay? Focus on what's important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future, right? That's why they don't want you to get distracted by, like, whoever's trying to be petty in your energy while you're working, because that's just distracting you, okay? Live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Click shit. Live up to your own expectations and nobody else's. No more selling yourself short. Keep moving forward. You've got this. Period. So Pisces, I feel like that's what this is. There's been a lot that you've been able to celebrate, and there's a lot of people in the cliques, in the groups, in the Mean Girls Club, Mean Boys Club. There's a lot of people together because they have to group together to, like, you know, facilitate energy because they can't really produce it themselves. There's a lot of people who are clicked up and grouped up together, and they're very much so attached to the outcome of your success. They're very much so attached to where you will end up and what you'll be able to do. And will Pisces make it? Will they actually make it? Kind of like Evel Knievel jumping the buses and stuff like that. It's a lot of people that are invested emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically in what you are about to accomplish. And, you know, it's kind of like you are a rising star because it gives a vibe of you being center stage. So now it's time to show and prove. And again, like the card said, you don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself. But that's what Spirit wants you to show and prove. They want you to show and prove it to you. That you can do what this is that you feel called to do, and that you can water and nurture the seeds that God, Source, Spirit, whoever you pray to, has planted in you, and you know that. So I hope that helped you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Get in the comments. Leave me a comment. Okay. You'll remember, leave me a comment. Whose voice was that? I feel like that was on the Boondocks or something. I don't know. I might be wrong. Leave me a comment, y'all. Book your reading. And Pisces, I love y'all. I appreciate you guys so very much. And remember, this is our Circle Booze. Bye.